her face, walk away, or keep engaging.
Or walk up and with a musical device and like play a tape, push the button like Pharrell, beautiful, I just want you to know. And then you start dancing with her, right? This way it's not even you. You just put the music on and you're just listening to music and she gets it or she don't. You know? Come on, O'Shea. And then say it's a social experiment. This is the new thing now. All these guys who can't really talk to women turn a camera on and say, I'm doing a social experiment. Can I grab your ass? Right? And then they go yes or no. And apparently it leads somewhere. Right? If she's horrified, hey, social experiment. It's not really real. See how these folks do this nowadays? See the game? Right? So maybe it's just Brian O'Shea out doing social experiments.
Oh, believe me, I thought about that. Just trying to...
Hold on, we have an unslaved terrestrial here. Greetings, life form.
Greetings, humans. We may have some advice for your species, the one known as Brian O'Shea.
Yes, please. Sorry, someone in the chat said something funny, but go ahead.
Yes, in our study of your species, we have found a correlation between the Asian female and the transsexual female.
Right.
Will both desire lifelong, what you call pairing, the pairing off for the lifelong time. But to show interest in either of these of the species, they will label one of a fetish of sorts. You have an Asian fetish for showing the interest.
Why is the terrestrial taking on an Asian accent as it? Because we
studied the Asian,
on, like it's morphing into a Thai. It went from robotic alien to Thai accent.
In order to study this, hold on, we are having technical difficulties with our mothership.
Right, it's the transmission.
Is it possible to have a transsexual accent? Because we were required to study them as well. But to study the Asian, you're not allowing Brian O'Shea to receive the assistance he requires.
Who is that? It sounds familiar.
That person's laughing at me.
Our species is usually much more disciplined in communication than we seem to be today. This is not our fault. Do not hold this against us.
I get laughed at by humans all day. I don't need to be on here getting laughed at by aliens. All right, buddy?
Brian O'Shea, this is not a laughing matter among our species. We have found through our studies that you are the only chance for the procreation after your mass event of extinction that is closely coming upon.
Hold on a second here. You're telling me Brian O'Shea's the only hope out of everyone here? He's the only hope.
You're fucking with
Mr. Unslaved, we share your amazement at the importance of this man. We would never have guessed it ourselves in all our calculations. But like the
and
one...
what's the precursor for this? You're going to tell me you've done some kind of genome scan, right? This all lies in genetics somehow?
No, in the connections with other species, we are aware of the way your demise is quickly approaching. It is mostly just another species decision that we have voted the fifth, as you would call it in your legal system. We neither promote nor restrain this attempt. Apologies, your language is not our first by any means. It is limited in its ways of getting laid, if you say. We usually do this telekinetically. But yes, the Asian accent was required to infiltrate and fornicate that species of dog consumers. Canine consumers, if you will. Other than that, there's not much hope for Mr. O'Shea but being the last capable of procreation after this extinction level event.
I think you're making fun of me, alien guy.
We make fun of all humans. You are the trailer park sitcom of the universe, as one would say.
I could see that. Your thoughts, Jeffrey? Aaron? I don't know what Brian O'Shea's eating mud now.
We
dirt.
find a contradiction. We find a contradiction, a few contradictions with the females of your species. On one hand, the human transportation vehicle known as the car, it is first required to court the female, but to live in this contraption it works against one. It's quite the contradiction.
Yes, it's counterintuitive, right? Like for your people, I could see how, because you folks are very logical people, right? Your race are very logical people. We mammals very feeling based a lot of the time, right? So doesn't seem much sense that you would need a car to get a woman, but living in your car repels a woman.
Exactly. And you do have qualities that the previous evolution of lizard people did not have. So I will give the mammals that much.
We don't have the disconnecting limb part, though, and that's one of the things that could serve us well with policy enforcement. If my arm could just drop off and start wriggling and then regrow as I get away, I think we could have really benefited from that. So I don't know. Someone dropped the ball on that.
Well, that had to do with the lizard species. After their procreation, the head was removed by whichever was the bottom. It was not about gender. It was just the dominance, the lizard brain, if you will.
Sure. Purely genetic. Again, everything always comes back to the foundation. So we're learning a lot here today. And this is why we have multiple different races of beings on here, so that we can learn what makes us similar and what makes us different. Your thoughts, expert panel? We have the 3,000 here today. Your thoughts, 3,000 and others?
Jesse Harlow, what's up?
Yeah, we want to hear from Jesse Ryan. That name Ryan, dude. That's Irish.
Yeah, well, he's related to Clark. Okay.
He's got blue eyes and red hair.
Lewis and Clark.
Harlow is a long lineage of the Red Bush clan. Okay.
Harlow looks a little bit Asian too.
You wouldn't know it by looking at him, but Jack Harlow's family goes back to the days of Braveheart. And one of the telltale signs was they would lift up their kilt and the Harlow family lineage would have a bright red fiery bush.
Is that what Moses was talking about with the burning bush?
Yes, that was one of the occulted meanings, right? One of the more esoteric meanings.
Because I had sex with a girl one time and then she said her bush was burning, but I think that's different.
No, that's something
quite
different.
Incorrect. The burning bush Mr. O'Shea refers to was a woman he had fornicated with, and then she returned to him to proclaim her bush, as he puts it, was on fire.
Right. That's an STI.
She demanded that the transport vehicle be used to take her to the clinic to solve this issue, to which he declined.
Right, but I had to move a bunch of shit around to even get her in the car. She didn't like that.
But as the unslaved one would say, it was not responsibility, Mr. O'Shea.
Nor is it accountability. So how shall I refer to you going forward? And do you do studies on all the beings here? Like, can I get some backstory from any of these beings that are up here? Like, let's say I point to Jeffrey or Jack Harlow and I say, what do you know about them? Have you been studying all these beings independently?
Oh, sorry, we seem to have technical difficulties again. Yes, Mr. Phillips. Mr. Phillips seems to be the singularity in which a musical group's bass player has acquired the female companion. It is quite a rarity in your species.
Well, it's not so rare. I mean, a lot of times we see this as a male gain some level of
See, we have
status.
technical difficulties again. Please go on, Mr. Unslaved.
Yeah, I don't know. There seems to be a transmission interference there. It might be the officials, as they're called, the authorities, as some would call them.
I caught Allie with memes. She didn't know anything about any band.
This would explain the singularity. If she did, she would realize that the instrument of your choosing is your downfall. As far as your musical culture goes.
So you weren't talking about his genitalia?
No.
No. Our race has no genitalia. It is part of your primate evolution that gives you your bumping uglies method of procreation.
I think he's talking about because bass players get the least attention in a band.
Right.
He's fucking.
Well, there is the concept that bass players have the most undeserved.
I thought it was the drummer. I thought it was the drummer.
Drummers are really valuable.
Drummers have the rhythm, Mr. Unslaved. Drummers go that bump, bump, bump. They go bow, bow, bow. They hit it from the back. They hit it from the front. They hit it from the top.
Tommy Lee, Pamela Anderson.
The drummers dual wield the long stick.
What's more alien looking, this creature or Illumitami?
I would say Illumitom.
We will not bring up Illumitami as he is our splinter cell that provides us with much of the information relayed. He's the only one we could form to your likeness that close.
And that was the best you could do? That was the best you guys could do with all that technology? I'm sorry, but, you know, if you're going to make this whole thing work, you got to come up with someone that looks a bit more human to interface with the rest of us.
This splinter cell we have incorporated has found that looks are not as imperative as the way one carries oneself. But part of our study has revealed that who is this? Who is this on the screen before me?
So why does Illumitami carry himself in such a fractured way then? Are you guys doing some sort of skit?
One does not understand the question compared to one's vehicular lifestyle at the moment.
Vehicular, that's freedom. It's just a guy, it's a fucking like a gypsy. It's a lifestyle, it's apartments and prison to me.
This is not seen as stable or reliable by those possessing the authority of vagina. Right. You see, Mr. O'Shea, while you have videos of your failures...
Wait a second, is there a galactic council for vagina? Is this what you're revealing?
No, this is just our study of the primate evolution that may or may not have started at...
Oh, so you're saying in the hierarchy, in the self
Yes, the hierarchy your species has not yet been accepted into. Your government are in talks with us.
No, this is great. Please allow me to interrupt, sir, and don't zap me or anything.
It is your limited time to extinction, Mr. Unslaved.
Absolutely. I understand they're all coming up against me, and apparently even the otherworldly folks understand this. I have limited time here. That's okay.
All of you do, Mr. Unslaved.
Oh, this is not a personal thing. It's all of us in general.
This is a species-level event, Mr. Unslaved.
Can I ask you what you think of this Andy Taint fellow? Because he's been deemed to be pretty high on the self-replicating primate hierarchy. What are your thoughts on this being?
Andrew Tate's, while differing in many ways from the one you call Illumitami, their success can be correlated in physical stature and wealth accumulation. This is why the one you call Brad Pitt is never accused of sexual harassment. It is really quite obvious.
So you're saying if Brian O'Shea was simply like Andrew Tate or Brad Pitt, he could do all the things he does now without being seen as insanely creepy?
if Mr. O'Shea had the physical appearance of these men, yes, he may be able to counter the vehicular lifestyle that holds him back.
Right. This explains a lot how Jack Harlow gets where he gets.
Jack Harlow confuses us by his idea that the earlier of your species had thwarted the tribal ones with their bio-warfare of diseased blankets, but your species was not aware of germs or bio anything until a century later, at least.
Now, wait a second. Have you been talking? You've been talking a little too much to this Illumitami fellow, because next you're going to say the H event never happened. I can't get into what I'm talking about, but you're saying these people didn't purposely poison these brown folks, that it was all just one big accident?
Yes, I'm not implying that there was no ill will intended, but the idea that the specific diseased blankets were intended is contradictory to how much longer it took your species to stop
like
dumping their
90%
waste
of the Native
out
American
the windows of their
population was wiped
domicile.
out.
The
Unbeknownst to
Harlow
them through the
3000 wants to
blankets.
interact with you, sir. I don't know what your title. What's your
Yes,
title?
Harlow
there?
reminds us of those of your species we have found through anal
Extraterrestrial.
probing, that 1 in 6 of you does not mind it so much.
Hey,
Right,
guess who
and
I hit
these
up?
tend to be folks who are in the armed forces, no?
More the Navy than the armed forces in general.
Oh, so it's specialized.
It is correlated with how much of the naval people would recreate the Lady Gaga videos. It also correlates
You've seen those. See, I've been
we
showing
see
those
all,
here.
Mr. Unslave.
Right, okay, so all right, so now I'm starting to get a handle on the level of information you folks are involved with. So hold on, let me turn it down. Return the Harlow down for a second.
We have the same effect with our monitors.
Now, you were saying something about Andy Taint and all of his power and value with the authority of vagina, as you call it, on your planet, that it's derived through physical stature and accumulation of wealth. Now, isn't it possible that there's a third or fourth quality there, sort of an X factor, if you will, as the Zetetic Warrior brought up the other day, or are we just going to attribute this to two qualities?
Well, we will not deny in your species there is always the existence of exceptions. We are merely stating that to have a higher degree of success with what Brian O'Shea uses as the shotgun effect, which is just keep firing till something hits, this is much more effective if one is aligned with the Brad Pitt, the Andrew Tates, or the Illumitami circa 2009 to 2016, when he was at his largest mass capacity of fast-stitched muscle fibers.
Okay, so what you're saying is that there might be an X factor, a masculinity aspect to this, but that it has to be applied conditionally.
It is merely an evolutionary factor of what the female originally sought, and the survival of the species is still to this day ingrained, despite whatever this female may contradictory state.
Okay, this is great. You're revealing all here today. You just said we're under threat of extinction, so this is reactivating the archetypal drive of the woman of the species in order to be more selective with the mate for qualities that will allow them to outcompete the cowardly slaves who are sure to destroy themselves and others.
I think Mr. Phillips will reinforce me when I say there is nothing selective about looking for the group of men higher up on a platform producing an audible melody compared to the thousands watching the men on the platform. This is not selective. As when Brian O'Shea is the last for procreation, it is the event that starts you at the Stone Age once again. You see, he has a head start on the Stone Age look.
Your thoughts, Mr. Phillips?
Mr. Phillips' success with the female speaks for itself. Our species have found that Mr. Phillips is the only reoccurring member of your show that can show up with a female of the species consistently the same, whether this female is pleased with Mr. Phillips at the moment or not.
Right. So is it possible some of us have female members of the species we co-create with that we don't feel the need to constantly show on camera and give no voice?
I think the best example of this would be the Illumitami. He is constantly under fire for no female of the species and restrains himself every visit from the collage of digital memories he keeps, just of the ones he enjoyed, while disregarding how many were before your digital pictures and how many he wishes to forget.
And how many wish to forget him.
He does not deny that as well.
Right.
He would actually like to make much more comedy off of these stories than Brian O'Shea can even make. His comfort lies in what he can prove of both pendulum swings.
So, sir, what you're revealing here today is, in fact, that this Illumitami fellow is very enlightening, has a very deep history, a sordid checkered past, like many of us, but is, in fact, not above being redeemable.
Mr. Unslaved, our monitors show that on this very channel you attested to Illumitami. He has seen it all, done it all, to which he humbly replied, well, it's just what it is.
The thing is the Illumitami fellow never has shown to me and others to be fully, like many others here, fully engaged in the animating contest of liberty, as we call it here. Securing rights and freedoms indefinitely by standing
Our
on
studies show that Illumitami has, on a number of occasions, expressed that he has done what you say, but in a different route than your show proposes.
Yes, Catcoin, and that's where we differ.
We're just talking about
Catcoin is not the exercising of rights. We see who has exited the show over the mention of Catcoin. It was Illumitami's ally in Catcoin. This is very intriguing to us. Actually, Illumitami's accumulation of Catcoin is merely how he will get our extraterrestrial Uber to remove himself from this extinction level event. Really quite logical. Right. I mean, he will be our slave for the remainder of his life, but that life will be longer than Brian O'Shea's as he enjoys his procreation in the Stone Age.
So you're not going to pick me up because I had Catcoin and Sam Bankman-Fried ran off with all of it.
Mr. Unslaved, Illumitami has been proposing the alliance that would hitch you a ride, if you will, and you have pushed this away at every account. Yeah, he is actually quite representative of your Christed one to return so many times, so diligently.
Right. I don't think I or anyone else saw or felt that.
Well, you see this as what is the term you use? You see this as obsession. You see this as the desire to end your broadcast. It is nothing but the contrary.
Another person trying to help me, and I'm just not getting it.
The Illumitami does not use the term help, as the Illumitami does not even give advice, as advice would rob someone of their own experience. You may love a roller coaster, Mr. Unslaved, who is a person who doesn't love roller coasters to advise you not to roller coaster, as I would not advise Mr. O'Shea not to attempt the homo of its species, rather than constantly pursue a rejection of the female.
Makes some good point.
So you're saying that while it would seem to be advantageous and beneficial from your perspective for Brian O'Shea to adopt a homosexual lifestyle, you're not going to suggest that because that might interfere with the timeline.
Our species cannot speak much on the pleasure side, as our procreation is done in a lab, as your species is now proposing to be doing by 2030. You will join us if the event does not happen by then. You will parallel us with your procreation in scientific factories. This will also allow the procreation and infantile of your species to already be implanted with Mr. Musk's brain device before it even is removed from its birth sac, which hangs in rows in your procreation factory.
Yeah, I suspected this. Your thoughts, Phillips, Pancho, Jesse, O'Shea? This is groundbreaking information.
It's pretty interesting stuff.
We also find that your term of authenticity not only applies to Mr. Illumitami, but this authenticity term cannot be decided by one outside of one being or not being authentic.
I don't completely agree with you there, sir. I think that there are certain levels of indicators, certain levels of evidence, whether one at times is being completely authentic or whether they're working through what we call here a persona, right?
One must simply refer to the definition of authenticity.
Please do, sir.
Our connection to your stream requires the use of what would be used to bring up your language for our reference, but anyone or viewer is free to bring up said definition.
Okay, so I will bring up the definition. I understand that you don't have a published database of mammal terminologies, so I will pull that up. Authenticity is the quality of being authentic. I think we need a little bit more than that.
Yes, elaboration is key.
Austin Murphy.
Being undisputed origin of authorship. Faithful
still missing the nail on the head.
Faithful to an original. Or a reliable, accurate representation.
So would a display of authenticity not be that among all the persecution day after day, the Illumitami returns to still act authentically while not modifying his actions or opinions to the panel or the chat, which believes itself to be relevant?
It may be the case. It may also be some form of desperation.
How would one pinpoint desperation of one of such independence that the Illumitami has displayed? God damn it, we are having difficulties.
By the desperation and by the body language and intonation.
Yes, body language. Would you be reading this body language with the same accuracy of your assessment that Illumitami's chemical balance of substances is equated by the tense of the terms he used?
No, I determined that either Illumitami has done irreparable, irretrievable brain damage to the substances that he's used, or he currently uses sporadically, as evidenced by the fact that he came on the day after New Year's with sores all over his face, looking like he had wet leprosy.
Yes, we are quite aware of the day and the accusation of this, and we have tapped Illumitami's phone. As it seems, as soon as he left that broadcast, he immediately took a picture to show that the only sores on his face were one, as your species calls it, a zit on the end of his nose that has been a quite consistent
now I gotta
enemy.
stop you for a second. I gotta stop you because you seem to be displaying the same quality as this Illumitami fellow with his desperate need.
You are denying me the same
Hold on 1 second, sir. This desperate need for Illumitami to be understood and to have his name and reputation cleared. So much so that we've now focused the last 20 minutes on the character of Illumitami when I thought this was about you revealing more about your and our race. So
you merely changed the subject.
I think you've been talking to him a bit too much.
I feel that the subject is suddenly offensive because the defense of Illumitami. We have already displayed this is not your enemy, Mr. Unslaved, which makes us very intrigued by your defiance of his cooperation.
No, this is the thing, right? I think you've been talking a little too much to him and everyone else. I never claimed him to be an enemy of mine. I claimed him to be self-centered, self-absorbed, self-interested, while displaying very little value and truth and principles for the world to exemplify.
Mr. Enslaved, you have broadcast many times that you believe Mr. Illumitami's intention is to end your broadcast. This is what we are saying. It is quite the contrary.
I think Illumitami has a habit of self-sabotaging.
If Illumitami is self-sabotaging, why does his primate evolved life seem so adequate, or even, what is your human term? For lack of a better, just better than many of his critics?
Yeah, that's subjective.
Subjective as a primate evolved person sitting in the mobile home?
Well, listen, you can demean I and others for having.
I only hear the demeaning of Illumitami and then simply questioning this demeaning and the logic of it.
Well, I'm not too sure what the enclosure that I'm dwelling in has to do with the quality of my inspiration and spirit richness and depth and the lifestyle of my.
The quality of one's enclosure is only up for criticism based on the claim of another's enclosure.
Oh, right. Because I said Illumitami joins us from a dark and dank, depressing hovel that reeks of failure and depression. Right.
And so why would Illumitami be concerned with judge not lest ye be judged, as our species had said when we sent him to help your race, and your race only crucified him? We were trying to get this point across. Why judge? Or if one judges, it is fine, but one must be prepared to be judged.
Right.
Yes. Quite. Logical.
Greetings, Officer Murphy.
Hi, law enforcement.
Reporting for duty.
Officer, there is no quarrel here. We hope there is no disruption.
Nope, no disruption. What's up, Jeff, Harlow, O'Shea?
I'm gonna drive to your house right now and burn this joint.
Yes, the burning bush.
Audio was fucked up. What'd you say?
I merely referenced the burning bush. Mr. O'Shea speaks to God through. Which God we will not
for years. Those armed sentry watches on the aircraft carrier with machine guns. You're on the aircraft looking down on the pier, like anybody on the pier, you could just pop, 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 trying to come over.
Yes, except for our craft seems elusive to your primitive technology.
Yeah, that's all top secret shit. You can't even get on that base.
In the atmosphere.
Gnarly shit. What were you talking about earlier, though? I had a point that I was gonna say. I was gonna make a point, but you like kind of trailed off. I couldn't understand you.
Who are you addressing, Mr. Hollow 3000?
I think you're the one who was speaking.
But your question, it seems to be in a time of your audio suppression. We encounter much audio tyranny on this broadcast. You seem to have experienced audio suppression once again, Mr. Harlow. Maybe you should be the Harlow 9000 as we have in our species rather than the outdated Harlow 3000, which is.
I went level 9000 on the tribe when he was disrespecting the pallbearer at a ceremony. There was like gun salutes at that one, bro. And he was like, do you know how to fold a flag? That's so disrespectful, man.
That was Nile.
That happened. That's like disrespecting all the Arlington National Cemetery, all those vets in there. So I ain't letting them disrespect that at all. Even if I'm an old vet, you know what I'm saying? I went to war and all that. I ain't letting them disrespect
Mr. Harlow,
that.
you have repeatedly sat by as this broadcast proclaimed your place of employment be a murderous entity of tyrannical suppression. You have allowed that, Mr. Harlow.
The Navy? Hell yeah, we be dropping bombs and all that shit. That's their jobs. That's the pilot's jobs, man. I wasn't
But
a
the
pilot.
context of war and the context of murder are not the same thing.
War. What you know about that, man? What I did is be written in history
We
books.
know
We
much
changed the
of
history books already. It just hasn't caught up yet. Think about that.
War? What is it good for?
I'm sorry, that is the way that our species breaks wind.
So you do it so much like many folks on the panel, you do it orally. The hot air comes out orally.
Yes, we have no other
He likes
orifice.
that like little the anal one where they got to use the machine to put it in there. Fool. I worked at a hospital, dude. I
Right.
saw people getting their melanoma scraped off. This girl was on my decontamination team. She'd be like scraping off melanomas in the oncology department ward, scraping off melanomas, and then she'd go check in with me for the decontamination team.
Harlow seemed to have done every job in the Navy.
Yeah, that's FEMA qualifications right there. Those qualifications, I can go get a government contract and work on a base again and like have a lanyard and all. Those are FEMA qualifications I still have. They transfer. Those are the ones that transfer over from active duty to civilian.
Hey, Harlow, have
still-
you ever been to
yeah,
Tijuana
FEMA.
or in the Navy?
How long have I
Pardon
lost
me?
consciousness over the Harlow 3000 recollection of data?
I didn't hear what the other
It's
person
been
said.
about 15 seconds.
Oh, usually longer than that while we monitor.
Hey, Harlow. Why don't you work for DOD?
Department of
Because
Dig?
the military
Yeah,
allows
DOD,
a much
DOJ,
lower
what about
IQ
it?
rating for employment
my
than
ex.
DOD requires.
My
Okay.
ex-job, ex-federal
Yeah,
employer.
man.
I have FEMA qualifications too. I was a brig chaser, decontamination team leader 4 at the largest hospital on the West Coast, the largest naval. Actually, it's the largest hospital on the West Coast, naval.
These
or
are all
civilian.
positions that our species employs the unevolved primates of
that.
your planet for.
Yeah, we set up all the like countermeasure washdown tents for COVID, and like that's where people got the like those things stuck down their noses at. Like my team, it was team 4. We set up the ones in the back and all this shit gnarly in
It's the
case
thing they
of
stuck on my throat.
like there's radiological material at hospitals like
female.
for x-rays. It's like x-ray nuclear material. If that spills, they call whatever team's on watch that. It's
The female.
for every
Above me.
month, so it's like you're on watch for a whole week. I had a duty phone for a week at a time, like the old like explosion proof phone. That motherfucker was my duty phone for a week because I'm the team leader. And anytime if I'm off work, off base, I get a call on that bitch. I got to go meet with this
When I'm retaining, I'm
civilian contractor. We got to combat that shit immediately. Yeah, I was on call even 24/7, baby.
Fuck yeah, you were, dude.
Why does the Phillips of your species not engage in combat with the Oshia over
For
the
years,
advances of
for
the
years. I was
female?
at the hospital for 3 years, and I just didn't re-enlist. I was like,
Hold on a
COVID
second, Harlow
2020. I was at the
3000.
hospital. I was like,
Hold on, Harlow 3000.
Does
He's
the
asking
Harlow
something about
3000 not have an on-off, as all Harlow models do? Is it faulty?
yes.
It is in need of repair because your
No.
Harlow can act independently. This is not acceptable as a Harlow model.
Well, it's part of the AI software, and I do still have certain levels of control. Go ahead and address the Phillips, as you put it.
Yes, the Phillips of your species does not seem to engage in the combat with your. Oh, have we offended your species?
Again, it's not a species-wide offense.
Is this what you call the running? We levitate, so we're not aware of the running.
Yeah, well, we're not able to like float away when we get uncomfortable. So we have to run. But I don't necessarily know if the Phillips of our species sometimes has connection issues. Oh, there he is. He's back.
Yes, good. We find
What was
the
the question?
retention of the female requires the Oshia to run at the combative stance of the Jeffrey. It is your how you say mating ritual?
He's wondering. Well, again, this is sort of where we got into this cuck term. I don't know if your species is familiar with this term, but
what was the original question?
Why are you not dueling? Why are you not dueling with the Oshia like most do in our species when their resource is threatened? In this case, it would be Annie.
Probably because I don't see him as an actual threat.
Much as our species sees your species. I understand.
Game on, motherfucker.
I have an RV. He only has a car, so just by that alone.
That's true. And I have a trailer,
RV,
so I'm like king of the hill.
Utilized.
And he's got
the
a
RV is
shitty
utilized
car,
by the
too.
groups of men with melodic projections. This is when the RV is advantageous.
Right. You can this is what I'm saying. You can get by with the trailer dwelling, RV dwelling, maybe even car dwelling if you're able to woo the feminine aspects of our species with melodic intonations.
This contact has been lucrative to our study this day.
There's a lot to learn here. What was the moniker again?
In your language, I will merely be unslaved extraterrestrial, unslaved terrestrial. I do not remember.
All right, so I'm gonna go with UTI for short. Does that work for you?
Yes, yeah.
Great. Unslave terrestrial interaction.
So is the Phillips training his female to operate the melodic device in acquisition of more females?
My understanding is that she already had the understanding of how to operate these devices. She's training him how to operate a different device that we can't talk about here because it's a family broadcast.
Yeah, my flute.
This leans toward the exceptions we addressed before. I find that when that female of the species is proficient in the use of the device, it is known as gem is outrageous, truly, truly, truly outrageous.
Can we get a translation on that? It seems that the being gave a phrase, but it has to be reconstituted. Sir, can you try again with that translation? We can't.
Yes,
let
me reference our groups of studies filed in what you call the 80s.
80s.
Yes. The animated display of Gem. She was known to be outrageous, truly, truly, truly outrageous. And her and a group of females of the species would operate the melodic devices in success, contrary to others.
Right.
This is historically recorded in animation, of course. We did not meet the real Gem.
Okay. I don't know what to make of that.
It follows the historical recordings of your He-Man.
Yeah, it was a cartoon in the 80s. Gem and the Holograms.
So your female was a member of this.
No, I think it's just we got a bunch of 90s babies up here, Mr. Alien.
Better than
Millennium. I'm 89, and I'm not into bad music, so.
Oh,
you are. Why I've never heard of your band, Jeffrey, to be quite candid. Right.
Yes.
Yes. Right.
Quite.
I think that this alien has had a lot of contact with folks in yurts with books and other beings like that. You've been studying these beings? Anything to report on these type of beings?
Oh, yes. We did want to relay information. We only had one evening of study with that of the moose broadcast.
Sir. I know that you get hung up on that type of energy frequency. It's a very what?
We have found a correlation, Mr. Unslaved.
Sorry. I have to show humbleness and humility. The being has apologized to me recently, so I don't want to disparage him further. But you go ahead, sir. I can't stop you from doing that. Of course.
So there has been an attack on your broadcast by a female of the species who has claimed that your broadcast consists of cult-like behavior.
Right, the lagoon creature. You're aware of this creature.
But I am aware of the first time this term was brought up, and it was when your broadcast member, known as the lubed asshole. Give us one moment.
Yes, we have a transmission interference. Part of the fifth dimensional overlay is that from time to time there's a blockage with the transmission, right? There's a lot of technology at play here in order to allow this being to present itself in this form, right? Because of course this is an interdimensional being, so we can't actually appropriate its image with our processor, right? So we have to use alternate technologies to allow it to display in some form that is apprehendable to our consciousness. I'm sure you folks understand this.
We have found the lubed ass may be deceptive to your broadcast, as he appeared on the Moose broadcast, proclaiming he must evade the cult. This, to our knowledge, was the first use of the terminology labeling your broadcast the cult.
Yeah, I don't accept that. I don't accept that
lubed ass has returned. Lubed ass returned.
I don't accept that. Sir, I don't accept that characterization that Lube Ass was the initiator of all this. I'm not buying that. Everyone likes
quite difficult to accept.
No, Lube Ass is dumb, okay? But he's not unloyal and unfaithful. Okay, so he wouldn't have done that.
Does one have possession of this broadcast to reference? Because this broadcast has been removed from our monitors.
Well, that's the thing, is that I have a private record of all broadcasts in order to stop the subversion of the record, right? So, or diversion from the record. So, yes, I have a private record of all broadcasts, not for public use or dissemination, of course.
Then simply refer to the final broadcast of the Moose. Refer to the final broadcast. Watch for the one known as the Lumatami to exit, and upon his exit, the chat will reveal.
The Lubass is here right now, sir. The Lubass
the Deceptor
himself. Go ahead, Lubass. He ran.
Deception exposed usually evades, Mr. Unslaved. It is a sign of deception.
The wicked flee when none pursue. I say that all the time. You might be honest.
Yes, we have not such primitive religious beliefs, but the logic is sound. The logic is sound.
Right.
Such as we can attest that this man to my side is not the swine of your species many attest him to be. He is the same primate evolved, and not as the three-letter pig as one would label him when they are unhappy with his service he provides.
No, he got the name Officer Murphy because he has military background, to my understanding. And we were playing a clip one day of the soldiers blowing themselves up, tripping and falling, and it just became a running bit, right? It's Officer Murphy now. So,
I'm okay with it.
The headdress of the Deception tribe.
Hold on a second. We have Chief Running Bowels here.
How?
I'll pull him up for you.
My name is Chief.
Fuck.
Chief Running Bowels. How are you?
We're not laughing at you. Someone in the comment made something funny.
My name is Chief Lubricating Ass. I see my friend, the little green man, the one we call man with no dick and is green. How are you, sir?
This is going nowhere.
You have no alliance with me, Deceptor.
This is why you just don't have that X factor. Where's this Zetetic warrior? He was down there. I need some more X factor up here. I need someone who can go up at the end of
all the audible suppression. Are we being tyrannized by your government at this moment? Is there a leak? It would make sense because the Deceptor has arrived.
I understand you were saying that the blankets you killed us with are not real. Is this true, Green Man?
I'm saying simply the awareness of the viruses contained on the blankets are no different than if my species were to arrive to thwart your species and be unaware of these germs ourselves.
These white devils destroyed our people. Do you not
Are you
understand
not
this?
of the Canadian variety of your species, Mr. Lubed Asshole?
You will refer to me as Chief Lubricating Ass.
It appears the Harlow is on the fritz again.
With Dear Lord. Chief Lubricating Ass with Dear Lord.
As
How has
Ace
one of
Ventura
your
Pet
tribes
Detective, when all the
survived
animals,
without
like
advancement
all the
in
birds
technology?
and stuff were around him, he was wearing the same thing, the Tibetan.
Oh my
like,
lord, this is
headdress
too fucking hot
and
with this
robes.
shit
It's
on.
heavy.
Harlow.
Sometimes I feel like I'm a moron and a retard, and I come up here and you guys fucking make me feel like
You feel more normal now? Oh shit.
I'm merely trying to reenact the opening
thing's
theme
cool.
of your Brady Bunch as they
awesome.
Acknowledge each other in their squares.
You got to be like a luau, and then be wearing that, and then you'll be fine. You wouldn't even look out of place at all. You'd be like, oh, Lou Bass is just wearing his headband. It'd be normal.
When Lou's killing them, they say, Lou, ow.
Yeah, good old baseball
cap. The one known as Lou Bass. Address me.
Or a trucker cap, yeah. Trucker cap. There's breathability, there's functionality to a trucker cap.
Where did this degenerate freaking alien come from?
And then you can put all your fish
from Antarctica, of course.
That's a utility right there. Or like, think about a Gerber. I carried a Gerber on me for years.
Remember to repair your
little adjustable wrench, all that an engineer blessed me with. A little 100mm adjustable wrench. You know how fucking useful that is?
Shall I send him to the recycling?
Like, fucking dude. You got a green tool bag for maintenance, and then you got your 100mm adjustable wrench on your fucking.
This is why we employ the uninvolved species of your primates. They talk less and work more.
O'Shea.
Yo.
You're beautiful.
And you are a traitor to your species and your clan.
O'Shea.
What's up?
Where'd you
one day when I meet you, O'Shea, I'm gonna
1 second.
smack you in the back of the head with a baseball bat and then just
1 second.
yell out.
O'Shea.
Social experiment.
Yeah. O'Shea, where'd you get tree from? Where'd you buy weed?
Where do you get anything in your species? From the Walmart.
That wasn't direct. That question wasn't directed to you. O'Shea,
I was on a farm.
Okay. Hey, fucking, you should check this place out. Delta Health and Wellness. They got beef.
I don't like that Delta shit though. That vape pen Delta shit.
I'm telling you,
because it does not contain what you call crack cocaine, Mr. O'Shea. What has forced you to live in your domiciled vehicle? Damn it! Damn it! Damn it!
Anyways, they got fucking. You can get like 2 blunts or two joints for like $11.
It's
It's good. It's good shit.
He's an imposter.
But Delta
is not Green Man with small dick.
Are you folks gonna have a normal conversation here at some point? Or do I just shut this whole thing down?
This is the PaulUnslaved channel.
It's like literally like I show up every day to like a prison / mental asylum to check in. I show up, unlock the doors, everything's as usual. You know, I do my rounds and then I go home.
We're just in the yard playing right now. That's all.
Yeah, but Delta, that government fucking shady weed stuff.
No, it's just a marijuana place.
Oh, okay, because they got that Delta 8, Delta 9 bullshit.
No. It's just a weed place. It's over off of like 25th Street or something.
Yeah, dispensaries kind of suck. They're so expensive because the market on weed, the price drops so much, but the dispensaries, the prices are the same as they ever were. But you can get a pound on the white market goes for $400. A pound on the black market goes for $800. That's right from a fucking farmer in Humboldt County. They're trying to put those guys out of business, bro.
And the black
is not the
market
case,
shit's a
Mr.
lot
Garcia.
better too.
All the clinics somehow.
The black market shit's a lot better too. We got the same
Oh.
deal happening here.
And it's got to be all primo. Used to be you could give them small nugs, all types of shit. The guy goes, no, you got to give them all big fat nugs, all like A quality grade shit, real cheap. That's how the market is right now.
Are you
Before it was
aware of the
approved-
effect on your borders because of your legalized marijuana?
There is no effect on the borders. The only effect is that
There is very much an effect.
You've been
Mr.
talking to
Ludas.
Illumitami a little too much again.
the cartels are laundering their money through the pot shops. That's the only
False.
difference.
False.
Yeah, and the weed growers are great with soil
False.
too. So they grow food and
False.
trees and fruit trees and shit.
False.
So
That's-
they want a lot of
false.
business.
The cartels are actually crossing your borders to grow in your historic lands and thwart these lands with their toxic pesticides. And one hunter and his daughter were known to be in a gunfight with these cartels simply by coming across them mishappenedly. And they were forced to use their hunting weapons to fight these armed cartels simply because the charges of legality are lighter in America now than they are in Mexico.
The
Are you
cartels even
talking
government
about?
or
Are you
middle.
talking about what happened here in Northern Ontario?
I will never reference the cowardly state of Canada.
Shut up, Lubass.
Well, that happened here, like, I don't know, 7-8 years ago. Some kids came across a big grow, and they
Your
were shot at.
Canadian children have killed each other over the petty game of
They were
herbal
shot at
saying.
by a bunch of machine guns, and they were hunting deer, and they came across this thing, and they shot back and got themselves out of there.
Hey, I got to
getting
throw
killed.
someone out of here. I need more X Factor. Who volunteers to leave? Who's not talking?
My broadcast is faltering, and I will exit as I do not deal with traitors.
We lost someone.
I just got here.
Who do we
All right,
lose?
go ahead, sir. Come on up.
As I exit, make sure to leave
This
a
is
place
going to be my
open
new
for
co-host. This is my new
future
co-host.
trolling, if one will.
He has the X Factor, so I've nominated him.
The alien?
Malcolm X Factor.
No, not him. He's an idiot.
The rave ecstasy factor.
The Zetetic Warrior.
We have enjoyed the Jeffries participation. We have enjoyed the
I
Osea
need someone
participation.
who's fluent in math. I need someone who's fluent in math who can go up at the end.
Ah, the flat earther.
Oh, this guy's cool. He's smart.
Yo, what's going on?
What's going on?
What up, Z?
What's up?
So this fucking Illumitami guy, dude, seems to be everywhere, man. He tried to probe my ass yesterday, and I fucking now I come on here and he's here, dude. I don't know who he is, but he seems like fucking co-intel to me.
Yes, he used to do that to my wife too.
Lubass has no wife of the female species.
Yeah, he used to fuck me in my ass too, Synthetic Warrior.
Yes.
Illumitami
It
merely
doesn't
found
it doesn't
synthetic
surprise me,
warrior. He was
O'Shea.
aware of Illumitami.
And Brian has a very tight ass. Only the little dick man with green face can fit into Brian's ass.
And Paul.
Illumitami seeked the Zetetic warrior simply to have a conversation of the pineal one.
Well, I'm here now. What do you got for me? Let me hear what you got. I actually wanted to come here for the Mexican hooker, but I guess I'll take you instead. Come on, let me hear what you got.
We could give you a ride from the Jersey to the Mexican hookers, and along the way we will show you from this height and this perspective that your planet is quite spherical.
Disrespect.
I might have to take you up on that, but in reality, I could probably get here for $350 in a fucking plane ticket. Trust me.
Wait a minute. Spherical and round or spherical and flat? Which one?
What the fuck?
Lubass, we do not partake. in
Shut up,
trade.
Lubass.
Lubass, you have left our inquiry unanswered, and we will not associate until the inquiry is answered.
Lubass is a metard and a globetard.
Listen, green man with small
Is he
dick.
really?
He is. There are a lot of globetards on this panel.
I don't claim to
Lubass
believe
would be
either
better.
one.
Had a big dick?
It's all right.
Sorry. Well, at least you can enjoy it a little bit. You don't want something tiny that, you don't even know.
That's
Yes, to tell you. Is it in yet?
Lou's Italian. We got to cut him some slack. I always say Italians are Jews who can't read. So it's all right, Lou.
Oh, you stole that from me, man. You stole that from me.
I got that from a movie, but we'll take it.
That's an old,
yeah,
that's
you
an old
both
one.
stole
it
it.
wasn't mine. It's an old joke, is what it was. It's not that you stole it from me.
It is quite unfortunate to be both Italian and Canadian. It is rare and unfortunate of your species.
Hey, look, the wops in Canada, they actually stay wops. They don't get Americanized.
We find that the Italians and the Irish were the closest related to the melanin possessors of your species.
Big cocks. Big cock people.
I want to get back to the
Harlow is acting up again. Look at him.
I want to get back to the Mexican host. You guys, what do you guys put a fucking muzzle on her? She can't talk or something?
Let her out of the cage back there.
Where is she? Let me see this.
Jeffrey receives another challenge for the female.
Let me see this chick.
I want to talk to a lame ass Guido like you. What the hell?
Because, honey, I got a couple of Benjamins.
See, you let Pandora out of his box. Don't play with Annie. I told
You're
you
Greek, woman. Una faccia, una razza. You're Greek. You know what una faccia, una razza means? You're Greek. One face, una faccia, una razza. One face, one race. That means the Greeks are just like the wops.
More Greek than
different.
Italian.
Same blood.
Like Michael Corleone. Keep it inside the family, Lou. Like I said, you and I look like we came from the same fucking olive patch. I guarantee our grandparents are fucking picking olives and fucking doing all that kind of stuff, dude. Seriously, we
all
could be
this
cousins.
cotton, it's all gathered.
You
from
got
a field
Sicilian.
by
You got Sicilian in you, so you're partly Arab. Let's be real.
That's right. I got Sicilian, but not in the good part. Trust me, man. You know?
Okay.
Looks like one of them 9/11 hijackers.
What are you saying about Italians, O'Shea?
Hey,
you
listen,
making racist comments? Italian people, O'Shea.
My ID is fireproof. Okay, even when I fly into buildings, it doesn't burn.
May I ask a question of the melanin possessors?
Go ahead.
Our species finds that, in your terminology of bigotry and racism, the ones that claim this possess melanin, but if you removed all of the lighter skinned of the species, the melanin possessors would resort to calling out the lesser melanin of the greater melanin. It is quite contradictory.
It's happening now. Happens every day.
Yes, this is why your species is approaching its mass extinction event, as the lizard evolution did before you.
They say light, bright, and almost white. You know, that's basically what it's about.
You have not removed your Caucasians, and the melanin possessors still give each other hassles for their melanin amounts.
Have you seen the new Melanin Luther King statue?
Yes, a giant penis intertwined with a giant penis. Yes.
Oh, I thought it was two people hugging, but okay.
Do you see two people, Mr. O'Shea? They are as apparent as a female willing to procreate with you.
Looks like two people are up to something. I don't know if they're hugging, but they're fucking
Any two people but you and a female are up to something, Mr. O'Shea. Always. It's called conspiracy.
Pull it up, Paul. Let's have a look.
Whereas a female would request Mr. O'Shea do not pull it up. This is what your species calls, I believe, if one fucks around, one finds out.
FO.
Yes, quite the speechless homeless man in a vehicular domicile.
Yeah. Yeah, if someone fucked around, they find out. Whatever the fuck you were saying, yeah. Whoa.
It seems... Now, is this not a penis of your genitalia, your biology? Is this not a two-hand groping a giant melanin penis?
Oh, Lord.
That is a person hugging a person. Why you
the melanin possessors are quite dissatisfied with this portrayal.
Jeez, that reminds me of one time I came home from school, and in the locker room I saw this black guy. I saw this black guy, and he had this big, huge pecker on him. And I told my dad, I said, I want a big one like that. He said, just tie a rock to it, and don't worry. After a couple of months, it'll turn long and black. And it did.
But when that did not work, you came up with your own idea that if you were to insert this black genitalia into your backside, it would force your front genitalia to be that size. And did it work, traitor?
It it was kind of painful, but after a couple of months, it did get very long and very black. It was rotting.
1 in 6 confirmed.
It looks like MC Escher's version of a rusty trombone. Seriously, look at that fucking thing.
We have experienced what you call humor because of the Jersey one.
It looks like a giant fish or a giant.
Yeah, giant fish. You'll say, okay. I got
it. Might occasionally smell like fish.
Like squirming. Fish is in the death throes, like trying to get out of the hands. It's a big black cock. One or the other. It's not much in between.
Numbers dropping.
Can we see the other end of this statue?
Does Jeff know?
In our studies, the display of giant black genitalia increases viewer numbers.
Get the hooker back on. That'll get your numbers. That's why I'm
the
here.
other side of this statue has a black.
It will get something up. Am I right, Jersey man?
What's the point of having a hooker sit here if we can't fucking, make good use of her? Where the fuck is she, Jeffrey? Jeffrey, you got some weird
fucking cooking, motherfucker. What do you think?
Jeffrey,
where does the hooker term come from?
Jeffrey, you define the word rapey.
That's all right.
Trust me, dude. You got the most rapey fucking vibes I've ever seen, dude. I mean, seriously.
That's his third social media. One of them is Shady Jeff. The other one is Rapey Jeff. It's funny that you mentioned that.
I'm not surprised, dude. I'm not surprised, man. Seriously, dude. If anybody needs some date rape drugs, you guys know where to fucking find them. Just look no further than Jeffrey. Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
He wasn't
who
bad.
Who were we talking to that was taking a bunch of GHB? Who was that? That was last night. Hard hat.
Yeah.
What is GHB? I don't even know what that is.
Oh, I heard that guy. He said he got fucked in a gay bar, man. The YMCA guy got fucked in a gay bar.
Gay rape in training. He goes, "Oh, you give me some GHB?" He goes "Fuck yeah, dude."
I'm not surprised. He's a bear. They call him a bear in the gay community. Seriously. He's a bear. Rob Cleveland's a twink. He's a bear. We should get them together. I think they'll fucking match up quite well.
Hello, wizard.
Rob Cleveland is quite the confusing one with his melanin possession in comparison to his activity on the broadcast.
F.E. Josh said, "Have some respect for the woman, you dumbest."
Yeah, dumbest.
F.E. Josh may be the dumbest.
You're the dumbest of the dumbasses.
That's saying something on this panel. Listen, I gotta go. I'm going live on another channel in an hour. Hit me up, Illumitami. I don't know if your stick's. I don't know if your stick's gonna work, but
I have
hit me up anyway. I don't fucking know.
Run after calling people hookers and getting called out on it.
I'm not running. I got a prior engagement, Thomas. Are you gonna start with me again?
Illumitami shares your defiance of the Thomas one.
Hey, do you do panel over there? I might jump
I knew Thomas had to pipe up before I fucking left because he wasn't getting any shine. How you doing, Thomas, dude? How's it going? Do I need to give you attention now? Where's pineal power? Everybody, this is fucking daddy daycare over here. It really is.
I was just calling you out for being a bitch.
It's fucking romper room, dude.
Hey, do you let people up on panel? I might come over there and jump on with you.
Every Sunday, I start at noon. All right, you're welcome, dude. I'll make you a featured guest if you want. I'll hit you up. All right, peace.
All right. Hello, guys. Got the X Factor, man.
He's like a professional friggin' watcher on YouTube or whatever, streaming.
Professional watcher.
Yeah, he's like, one of those guys that just is so professional at the whole panel thing. His whole life revolves around these panels, it seems.
At
like
least
a smart
life,
genie.
Traitor.
I don't know. Rubs me wrong. They
Tell
just
us of the
don't get
cult
it.
now, Mr.
Why don't
Lubath.
folks ever get it? They never get it.
Get what?
Just it. They never get
got a
it.
call from this number and they hung up.
They're like,
What is this it? And I must get it.
Exactly. What is the it that everyone must get? They're like,
I
upset
believe it is described as one must
I get
read
it.
a room, or all in who you know, or two in the hand.
like him
is worth
doing
one
the
in
whole
book.
Mexican hooker deal. It's like people are like triggered and upset by that.
Are people
as if,
not
like-
triggered and upset by the one you call Illumitami?
Yeah, like as if he really believes that, right?
But that's what I mean. He's like on a panel calling a girl that, and if he was in the room with the girl, I'm sure he would not be doing that. On a panel, it's easy.
But it's more about Jeffrey than it is about her.
Come on. There's a little bit of a,
No, he's ragging on Jeffrey, using her,
I think
and
it's
funny
disrespectful.
if you let it be. I mean, if you're triggered by it, then
I'm
maybe
not triggered. I don't give a flying fuck. It's just that people that do that generally, from my experience, which may not be a lot with the internet, but I noticed.
Hey, bro,
that
if you go to a comedy show,
person,
if you go to a comedy show and somebody starts ragging on people in the audience, do you start doing fucking political positioning and get your feelings hurt, or do you just fucking laugh and keep it moving? The guy who gets upset is the guy it's true about.
No, it's fine,
I think it's a little different than that because he's not that funny. He doesn't come across as funny.
Yeah, it's not. It wasn't funny. If it was funny, it'd be one thing, but it wasn't funny.
Just his affect.
It's funny. Thomas did the same thing though.
His affect is a little funny. I agree.
Just the way that he talks like Mitch Hedberg. He's got Mitch Hedberg and something else together in there, and it just makes me laugh. Just the way that he goes up at the end of everything he says.
It's like, I don't know. These screens make people into, I don't know.
It's better than Facebook.
Husks
Facebook
of
is worse.
themselves. Because they don't do this shit in real life. If you're a comedian and you're up on a stage and you got people sitting right there, and yeah, it's funny. You can rag on the guy's girlfriend, the guy sitting right there. That's funny in itself.
Hey, your girlfriend looks like a whore. Hey.
Yeah, okay, but that, when it's here like this, it's kind of, I don't know.
She looks like a 2-bit Tijuana whore. Am I right? Hey.
Lubac
hey, it's just a social experiment.
That he does not know.
It's just a social experiment, okay?
Yeah, how'd you get her? She must be a Tijuana whore. Boo!
So Panini told me if I didn't take down several videos I have about him, that he's not going to come on the podcast anymore.
Bro, nobody cares. You're horrible.
I know, and then he blocked
everything
me.
you do. Yeah, it's
coming on the podcast. Is this a Pornhub podcast?
Relax, Tom.
What kind of pictures did you? What kind of shit did you put up, Jeffrey?
These are grown men.
Stuff about him getting scammed.
And he doesn't like people to know that he got scammed.
He broadcasted something.
He broadcasted it himself.
Okay.
So awkward and cringy. It really is.
Everybody gets scammed sometime.
Big talk from a creator.
Jeffrey, would you let me and Allie do OnlyFans together?
No one will do OnlyFans with you, Mr. O'Shea.
The thing is, Brian, is that you have to have fans to do OnlyFans.
Damn it.
But that's the thing. Brian has only one fan.
Do they have a website called No Fans?
Oh, I get it. So OnlyFans with you and Allie would be you bring the only, she brings the fans.
Yeah, it's only Brian.
Got it.
He's his only fan.
So no, then it would be we'd have to rename it to excuse me, sir. We'd have to rename it to Lonely Fans.
Lonely Fans would be better. Lonely Fans in a car.
That's where you go, Extraterrestrial.
Lonely Fans in a car retaining.
The one you call Illumitami has made an OnlyFans for his canine.
Lonely fans getting blown in vans.
Well, at least they have a van. Much better living domicile. And much better for helping me move a couch. Have you tried that approach, Mr. O'Shea, to ask them to help you move a couch?
Jeffrey, have you and Allie ever discussed doing OnlyFans together?
This is combative talk.
Of course.
And how did that?
You should see us. We're road cyclists. We look like porn stars, dude.
I believe Mr. O'Shea wishes to cry and masturbate to this OnlyFans if it exists.
Yeah, I mean, I would sign up for that, but Jeffrey's going to be in the room, so.
Allie, how did that conversation go with you and Jeff about OnlyFans?
Awkward.
I mean, you guys do have communication issues. If you want Paul to walk you guys through that process right there.
Yeah, no, I'm not getting involved in any of that. Okay, I'm not getting involved.
I don't
in
think
any
Paul's
of that.
on board for this, Brian.
Yeah, like I said, even if Jeffrey is in the room, I'll be candid. I would be curious to look at it for clinical purposes. For clinical
Would this
study
event
purposes.
be described as rude or desperate by the Mr. O'Shea?
Yeah, I don't necessarily want to be part of the production aspect, but O'Shea, you're over there a lot now, I hear. So you can kind of be part of that. Producer, camera guy.
Camera guy, yeah.
You can even be fluffer for Jeffrey. You can get him, ready to go and send him in and give him his cues.
This would require Mr. O'Shea to retrieve his cameras from the local restrooms.
Agreed.
Nice.
Alien box.
Then we would have no restroom cameras to tap into, unfortunately.
You smoothie down there, alien box. Bunch of smoothies walking around, talking shit. No genitals. Smoothness. Fuck is that all about?
With no genitals, we have no swinging competition of genitals, and you would have nothing to fail at, Mr. O'Shea.
You can hear you, little green fucker.
How small are your genitalia that even the Asian women deny your advances, Mr. O'Shea?
Damn, alien.
I believe this is what Mr. O'Shea claims is his career as comedy. Am I exceeding this career?
Allie's laughing at you, O'Shea.
I know. I see that. Jeff, thanks for pointing it out.
This suggests that on the extinction of a Jeffrey, that I would propose more possibility of the alley procreation than even Mr. O'Shea.
Now she's laughing at fucking the alien green.
You don't even have genitals, isn't that right, alien?
We could use a cameraman if Mr. O'Shea is the last left while I procreate with the alley, as you call her.
Right.
This alien's on fire today.
Yeah. Bringing the fucking pain.
Maybe the alien is smoking that fire today.
Whoa.
Alien weed's probably bomb.
Alien meth. Come on, dude. Get it right.
Look at your hollow model once again. Intriguing.
Can you guys hear me?
No.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
Shut up, Lou Bass.
Part of 3 combat operations in that war.
I think I fucked up my headphones.
I think I fucked up my weight. I'm a little overweight.
Try and lift weights like on a ship that's moving back and forth on like the weather deck on a destroyer.
Well, because of the alien's successful advancement with the one you call Allie, we will now perform the strategy known as leave them wanting more. But please, leave a spot open on your broadcast. It is most enjoyable.
You mean you're leaving now, green man with small dick?
We do not remain beside traitors for this length of time without explanation of their traitorous actions.
Hell.
Leave them wanting more dick because they didn't get any.
Tell them of what you said at the final Moose broadcast, Mr. Lubass.
You just stay away from my friend Chief Lubricating Asses with Dear Lord.
He is your friend, as you proclaimed this broadcast the cult, giving ammunition to the female broadcast known as the Lauren.
Stop trying to put that tiny little pecker in his wife's ass.
We only expose wrong, Mr. Lubed Ass.
Lube Ass, is this true that you were over there?
Where?
Illumatami joining us for the last little bit there. Lube Ass, is this true that you've been co-creating with the demons?
Where? When? I sent I don't want to say it because I want her to respond first.
So you're off playing games. This is nothing to worry about, is the bottom line.
I'll send you what I sent to her privately so you can see when it comes up.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say it now.
Paul doesn't fucking emails though.
Hold on,
Show us now.
Let me check if she.
Yeah, I'd rather not.
I doubt she even responded. Okay, I won't send you anything. Fuck you then.
I'm gonna make a
no,
Laguna.
I don't have anything here. No, I think she's kind of. I think maybe she got the hint. I don't know.
You're horrible.
The bitch watches constantly.
You're sped up right now.
Who?
You.
I'm sped up.
Yep.
Yeah, that lard dripped into your.
What does that mean?
So you're really fast talking.
I didn't do that.
Yeah.
Really?
Catching up. It's like.
Okay, let me go into settings.
All right, go ahead, folks. Final words. Let's start wrapping up. You folks are real low energy. You're boring me today. I could do more on my own, with my own imagination, without the Harlow 3000 looping in my ear.
Is that better?
It's Marine Corps Air Station Miramar. That place is gnarly.
Wait a minute. How the fuck can I be sped up if we're in real time here? Am I still sped up?
Is there any way to speed up your metabolism?
Eat more
or
lard.
Your expiration date.
You eat more lard, you'll get thinner. I'm too much of a junkie.
Take the room temperature challenge, fool. That's what they say. The room temperature challenge.
Plowing fucking bread into my mouth like a fucking junkie.
Have you ever seen like a decapitation, bro? They're gnarly. Think about like a.
Yeah, I did a few.
Working in the morgue, homie.
Yeah, lube ass, lard ass, they're pretty interchangeable.
Unfortunately, that's as much as a part of life as life is death, motherfucker. Go in a morgue, take a fucking little walkthrough, a little. You can like volunteer in there or whatever, and go check it out for a day and be like, really appreciate life, man.
That's right. Appreciate it because you're here for a short time, and then there is death.
Well, it could be a long ass time though. It could be a really, really long time, actually.
Maybe
not quick enough.
Maybe 100 years. What's that?
Well, because I knew like a bunch of old people growing up. I was surrounded by a bunch of old people always. A lot of old people, man. And like some of them were like, yeah, it was like life was like 10 years. They just like 10 years. It gets compounded to like 10 years that you can remember.
What's it like?
You can remember all.
Hey, Harlow, I like to watch these.
I don't know. Huh?
Can you hear me, Harlow? I like to watch these videos once in a while of these people in these foreign countries. Like, there's one I watched a while ago about these Russian deer farmers. Like they have like caribou that they have domesticated, and they follow them around, and they literally chop up a bunch. Yeah, they chop up a bunch of raw meat, and they have it always on the counter, right near the fire, just going bad. And they pick at it all day. And one of the old guys in one of these films was it a
caribou meat?
Caribou meat, yeah. He was 84 years old, and he was a deer herder. And the guy says, well, you know, he says, what do you continue? You want to continue deer herding? He said, well, no, I'm 84 now. I think now I want to go be a carpenter. At 84, he wants to change his career.
I volunteered help building houses for homeless veterans, and there's the guys working on the roof. I was up there too. It was just like plywood and then like a 15-foot drop all the way down. There's the beams of the roof. And these guys were like 68 or whatever, jumping around on these.
All right, we're out of time. We're out of time.
I was like, how are they doing that still?
Yeah, I just checked it. I think we're out of time for a second. I think I speak for everyone when I say we'd like to hear from Annie, if possible.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Prior to the rest of you folks.
We're bothering her.
You're abrasive. You're verbose. You're insufferable.
Sorry for disturbing your dinner, Annie.
It's all good, Lou. What happened to your headdress? We cut out. I missed your bit.
It was too hot. I couldn't keep it on all the time. It's just a turkey tail is all it is. I couldn't find anything. All my Indian stuff is in my shop, and I didn't want to run out and go get it because I had this stuff here, some skins and stuff. So
I've seen a bunch of wild turkeys.
You put all
I've
that
seen
on
wild,
and sorry, Harlow, go ahead.
Peacocks.
What'd you say, Annie? Sorry,
around wild peacocks. One time I was on a skateboard session, and a wild peacock came out of the bushes on a skateboard session. I was like, that's never happened before, because those are the males. That's why they're so colorful. The females are actually more plain in nature.
Did you not turn them up?
And the males are more colorful. That's what attracts the females.
I'm trying to give him.
And it popped out of the bush on a skateboard
some
session.
kind
I
of
was
leeway,
like,
and he just
peacock.
can't get it done.
What the hell?
That was
sorry,
cool. I was like,
Ali.
Sure it was okay. And knew where to go back to and everything.
I don't even know how he just fucking did that.
Peacock on the session.
How did he just segue peacock to skateboard?
Yeah,
because
listen, he's a master of segues.
Skateboarders
really
are
happened.
peacocks.
That's a real story.
Right?
If you just start riding,
because he was talking about turkeys, and I've seen like a bunch of wild turkeys. There's a bunch of wild turkeys in this one area. They have a bunch of wild turkeys that naturally that's where all the turkeys would be, and the Native Americans would shoot them with their bows right there.
Yeah, there's thousands of them in California. That's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah,
they even have wild peacocks in California.
The males.
We have them here too.
The womp on the males, unfortunately.
But Ali, you were saying something to me in my fucking headphones.
That's why bow and arrow, like hunting, is the coolest thing. You got to like go boar hunting, like tree boar hunting. With no, like
this is exactly how it goes.
Like a knife and a bow, straight up.
I'm trying to
because that boar will fuck you up.
And this is what's happening over my shoulder. And I'm like, bro, just hold on a second. All right, we just want to hear from Annie for a few minutes.
Yeah,
and you're like yelling over my shoulder about peacock and skateboard, and like, bro, we get it.
But the bow on the tree, fucking boar hunting, that's like the gnarliest hunt right there. Because if you don't hit it, if you run out of arrows or what, I don't even know. It can, those boars will maul you, dude. Like
yield to get ahead. There's other
girls
will
stop, Jack. Okay, hold on. Let Ali talk. Let Ali talk for a second.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
I wanted to ask you, so do you wear like your I was gonna say Indian, that's not PC, your Native American getup, like when you slaughter your animals?
No. I just love.
That's what I pictured in my head. So you could like.
No. I love ever since I was a kid.
Not your costume, Lou. My culture's not your costume.
I don't give a shit what you think my culture is. I was a kid.
They gave the chicken like a luxury day.
Oh my God, turn him down, please.
His wife gave it a massage. It was inside warm.
Please.
And then womp.
You like
this? Getting taken care of good. They said a prayer for the chicken and all that. Womped his head off. It was whopping around.
Yeah. You like when Harlow talks like that, don't you?
Yeah. It has a simple brain.
Why am I saying it like that?
I've seen a dolphin's brain in formaldehyde. I've seen a real dolphin's brain in formaldehyde.
My place for the after
it's like this big and it's smooth.
It's kind of loud in here.
It's smooth though. The like creases in the brain are not deep at all. It's like this big and smooth.
It's the music or what?
That's its brain, a dolphin's brain. They also like to have sex for recreation. It's like one of the only animals that love to have sex for recreation. And they womp on sharks too.
What are you gonna do?
Like a shark will come up and some dolphins will like fucking blomp on it in a gang, and then the shark will get the fuck out of there. It might get one dolphin, maybe.
You sticking around.
But if there's 7 dolphins, it's gonna fuck it up. One lone shark ain't gonna do nothing. No matter what, even if it's a great white, it might want one dolphin. Oh, you
skateboarding great white,
dude! Hella times actually, not even once. Pulling back into San Diego on an aircraft carrier. All the dolphins are like leading the ship back into port and
on skateboards.
Hella times. Every time we come back in from sea, they go with us, and I've seen hundreds of thousands of those flying fish. They all pop up, and it's like a silver.
And they're all on skateboards.
It's like a million. It's like a million fish. I've seen that like a dozen times.
Tony, you're pretty hot.
And the photoluminescent jellyfish, like millions of those. It looks crazy.
Hey, Jeff is right
there. You see like a million glowing jellyfish underwater.
Okay, turn down the lights.
Yeah, the flying silverfish, they're gnarly. It's like the whole ocean turns silver, and then it's like,
oh, you're in a bicycle?
It's like glass. The whole ocean's glass. A silver fish.
There you go.
Seeing the green flash of the horizon line, it's like an eclipse. As the sun setting, it's an eclipse, and it flashes green across the whole. You have to wear PPE.
Oh, that's DHB.
That one's pretty rare. It's an eclipse as it's going down. It's like a green flash across the land. It's hard to see. It's like really. It's like
Coming up from downtown Chicago is Harlow.
Hey, celebrity deathmatch, yo! Celebrity deathmatch, yo! Celebrity deathmatch. Have the claymation, fucking like everyone has their own little. Make little characters, bro, like little 3D printed characters, and have like little bobblehead motherfuckers.
Whoa!
That'd be cool. Yeah.
Come on, Harlow.
Yeah.
Start breakdancing, Harlow. For fuck's sake.
Huh?
Start talking and laughing.
Man.
Hey, Allie, you want
Everything
to
is changing super fast.
Yeah, you gotta show me what you got. The dance floor.
Yeah, I'll show you what I got.
We gotta stick together for real, man. We got a band of brothers.
What?
Band of brothers. The red-haired guy was in charge. That guy was a G. That was the lieutenant. That was the lieutenant, homie. He knew everything. He already seen. He was like fucking already.
You know what the bathroom is?
And now like 5 steps ahead of like both directions.
Yeah, let's go to the bathroom and fucking bang.
Hey, guess who I got in contact with? I hit up Jesse Ventura. I hit him up. I sent him a message on Instagram. Hopefully he read it.
Yeah.
Because I was talking about UAPs. I was like, I'm another Jesse. I was in the Navy as well. I was like, I'm a huge fan. You know anything about the UAPs?
I was gonna meet up.
Hey, if he reaches out to me, dude, that'd be a sick meetup. I'd have to like. There's this like $2,000 camera I've been looking at to film videos with. It's all HD. Has a LED light on it. Super easy to upload videos. Like, I'd go meet Jesse Ventura for real. I'd interview that for.
Oh shit.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
I'll be smoke with Jesse Ventura for real. I have like a little setup. Cause he knows about aliens too. That fool was a underwater demolition technician. Like before, that was what they were before
Harlow,
Navy SEALs were like a thing.
Mr. Ventura, how are you?
Yeah.
How are you, sir?
Mr.
Are you doing
Ventura.
okay today, sir?
That's why I called him, Mr. Jesse Ventura. I was like, I'm a huge fan. Sir.
He's here, Harlow.
I was
He's
in the
here.
Navy too.
Harlow,
so
he's
That's why
Harlow.
I hit
He's
him up.
here.
I was like, I wonder if it'll work. I wonder if it'll actually read it.
Harlow, he's here. He's right next to you. Talk to him. He's right here. Ask him some questions. Mr. Ventura, he's right next to you. Look, just ask him something.
I want him to know about, because he was the ex-governor of Minnesota, so he knows how the internal of our government's all fraud in there. I want to know what the government knows about alien propulsion systems.
I have all the internal documents, and I just want to say, you have to get my latest book, 63 Documents the Government Doesn't Want You to Read.
Dude, Helicorn, I know.
It's all in there.
Helicorn, I know he's probably been bought. He knows.
Excuse me, sir. Why does that correlate with the death of John F. Kennedy, 1963?
I bet
are you making a statement there, sir?
He knew too much. The government wanted
I
the United
can't hear
States.
you over the 3,000.
Are you making a statement, sir, with your book of 63 things?
Because the United States was good at going into like
63 being the date of John F. Kennedy's death.
Pumping out tanks and all that stuff.
October 25th.
Because all the fucking people making money, they get rich as fuck. Using the United States as like a machine system, they all get rich as fuck off that. Sending all the men and women to go get blown up and hold the line and shit. Yeah, that's what they're good at.
They get whomped.
They want that. Because it gets them all rich as fuck. And then they're like, oh, people get blown up, so that's less people we got to worry about, I guess. That's how the government thinks about it. It's pretty fucked up, huh? I'm literally a serialized piece of equipment number. I have a number and everything. I have a fucking... That's why they say GI, government issue, just a piece of fucking equipment.
Man didn't put Jesse Ryan.
That's my name. Don't wear it out.
Yeah, you're Jesse Ryan, Harlow. Come on, get back.
Yes, you're a piece of equipment. The Harlow 3000.
He's related to Rosa Parks, man, for real. His actual blood, Rosa Parks, man. Think about it. And I was stationed with Ledbetter. That's Leadbelly, Leadbelly, Ledbetter. That's
Jesse
his
Ryan.
great grandson. I was stationed with him too. That's Leadbelly, son.
Hey, Harlow.
Look, Leadbelly murdered a man trying to cut his neck.
How come they talk about the Porsches on the bus and stuff?
7 years in prison for defending himself. He shouldn't even have gone to prison at all because he was trying to cut his neck with a. He will wear a bandana on his neck tied because someone tried to cut his neck. Leadbelly murdered him, and they only gave him 7.
You wanna get the fuck out of here?
That's Leadbelly.
You wanna go fuck somewhere?
I was stationed with this great grandson, me and Leadbelly. He was the guy with like the credit card in the back of the head type of motherfucker. Yeah, that was Leadbelly. So even our other co-worker called him Leadbelly. That was his name.
I don't like O'Shea, you're a bitch.
King of the 12-string guitar, man.
Yeah,
Louisiana legend. Hall of Famer.
O'Shea, you have a small dick.
Great grandson.
Hey, man. Fuck talking shit. I'm gonna
That's the birth of like rock and roll and shit.
You're gonna knock you out? What?
Yeah.
Ain't nobody disrespected Leadbelly's great grandson. He joined the Navy. He has a house in Japan. That's Leadbelly's fucking lineage right there. He's doing good. Leadbelly's doing good.
Leadbelly.
Hey, Jeffrey.
What?
Got any more of that GHB left?
That's weird.
Why? We date rape
because people
weird about that.
Don't you need like a medical professional to
give
be
some of that GHB to O'Shea and we'll tie him on a pole bent over on Church Street.
Oh, I just want to be clear. We don't promote the usage of dangerous drugs.
Oh, okay. So just knock him over the head with a baseball bat and tie him over a street sign on Church Street.
Well, that's for entertainment purposes only.
Hey, do you think GHB addicts go into gay bars trying to get fake date raped?
Only guys with gray beards.
That's a question
like
you should pull up on like 4chan or Reddit or something. Go ask those communities, Mr. Brian O'Shea.
Yeah.
They'll have an answer for you. It's better than Google, probably. 4chan and Reddit.
You go on 4chan a lot?
That.
Yeah, or Jesse?
Nope. My friend Jess, actually, I was stationed with my friend Jess Allen.
Hold up.
And he's the one who showed me 4chan.
Got
he was showing me some weird ass shit. It was like, I think it was lightweight, some bestiality shit. And I was like, I don't want to watch that. What the fuck did you show me that?
313 says
it was at work too. Like visually assaulted me, I guess. Because I was like, whoa, I didn't want to see her doing that, fool.
Allie's the queen of Reddit.
Okay, whatever the fuck. We're working.
I fuck with Reddit a little bit on there, Allie. Where you
but
going?
I skateboarded. That was my friend. He's the one who got stationed in Guantanamo Bay. He had just gotten married. And then his next duty station off the aircraft carriers that we're all on, it was 3 aircraft carriers. He got stationed at Guantanamo Bay as a new husband. And he had to bring his wife. And they're restricted to base. They couldn't leave base at all. In Cuba, there's the embargoes. So him and his wife had to live on base housing lockdown on Guantanamo Bay before COVID. And then COVID hit. Imagine the restrictions, fool.
Why does Guantanamo Bay exist? It's really weird.
I'd have to ask him and interview my friend if he's still active duty.
Why would Cuba let us?
He knows how like the whole inner workings of Guantanamo Bay. He was stationed there for like
check it out
over 3 years.
It's me, you, Blue Bass, Paul, Thomas.
That's my friend Jess. The one that showed me 4chan.
Hey, Jesse Ryan, because this fucking Harlow guy has got fucking Jesse Ryan. You know,
look at all the fucking Jesse. Look, Jesse Ventura, me.
This fucking Harlow.
I know a bunch of Jessies.
Personalities. We got to go get fucking Jesse Ryan.
No, everyone was saying Jesse and Jesse James and all that, and I was like, thought it was hilarious because the whole time my name's Jesse. It always has been. So all these people are fake being Jesse, and I'm like, but I'm the real Jesse. Look, and I looked up my name. It said, it was like Yase, whatever the fuck. father of David of the Israelites. I'm like, that fool was gnarly, homie. He had 8 children.
That
and he was like
Jesse
one
Ryan
of 4 that committed no sin, fool. I ain't that G, homie. That fool's a G. That's Jesse, fool. But that's what I'm named after, I guess.
That's what Jesse means? What does it mean?
That was the Jesse, the original one in the fucking book, homie.
Yeshua.
He talks.
Yeah, that's what they called him. I was like, whoa, I didn't know that. She didn't know that either, fool.
You mean there's a guy in the Bible named Jesse?
Because it's like a romantic name from the romantic era, Jesse. And Jessica has a completely origin is completely different. It's not the same name at all. But I knew one of my friends I was stationed with, his legal name was Jess, Jess. And I never met anybody that name.
That's pretty
I used to have a girl, like, friend of mine. Her name was Jessa, Jessa. She was from Guam.
When you wrote that email to Paul, that was pretty eloquent, dude.
You should see the one I got.
Think about the people I used to email, man.
He used ChatGPT to make that letter.
Did he? Secured fucking emails and all that shit, Mr. Brian O'Shea. Who
he even said it.
You don't know nothing about my email, fucking.
No, I'm saying I like that guy in the email, man. He seems smart, eloquent, like he fucking has periods and shit, and pauses and commas and fucking semicolons. Yeah. It's fucking cool, dude.
Yeah.
Why would you think he wouldn't?
I actually listened when I was being taught.
Why would you think he wouldn't, Brian?
Come off like a fucking retard, and then I'll fucking write a letter, and you guys be like, "Well, he's not a retard."
Come off as a retard.
Well, sometimes I try to come off as a retard. Sometimes I play stupid. What do they say? Play dumb to catch smart or some shit. I don't know what it is. Something.
Work smarter, not harder.
Play fool to catch wise.
Oh, you were just kidding with that?
Yeah, I've been kidding.
That was an act, right?
Yeah, I've been trying to catch.
Yeah, I'm eating.
You guys don't know that?
What was that thing they used to say in program fake it till you make it? So did you make it, O'Shea?
Well, that's like all the businessmen.
So you faked being a dumbass for so long that you became.
There was this all military unit of people with all PTSD when all that shit when Kabul was going down, when that airfield
Did you hear me, O'Shea?
And all those people were getting murdered hanging off the plane or whatever. All the Air Force people. They got awarded for that, by the way. When they did that, right? Me and a bunch of active duty Marines. There was a Marine Corps chaplain there and everything. We're watching that like we wouldn't have let that fall. The Navy and Marine Corps would have fucking held that flight line, fool. We wouldn't have let any civilians get killed. And the Air Force let all those civilians get killed. I wouldn't have. I would have
like a pretty name.
I wasn't a part of that operation at all. You know what I'm saying? That wouldn't happen if the Navy and Marine Corps were out on that field. Hell no. The Kabul accident would have never happened.
Harlow, did you ever actually kill somebody that you were aware that you actually killed them yourself?
I never kiss and tell.
No, I'm serious. In the Navy, like, I mean,
I don't kiss and tell.
Harlow has, but Jesse hasn't.
Like I said, my homegirl rolled up behind me with the machine gun, locked and loaded, almost murdered 4 men right there.
Who are you asking,
Iraqi
Mr.
patrol
Ventura?
ships in the Persian Gulf. That was on deployment in the hot combat zone.
You're asking Jesse?
Yeah.
Combat zone.
Jesse, have you ever killed a broadcast?
That you're aware of.
Have I ever killed a broadcast? Yeah, I'm sure I have.
And we're happy about?
Think about it. If someone's speaking like gnarly ass knowledge, they're trying to like
Ventura County,
California.
What?
Jesse the Skinny Body, Ventura County, California. It was like Jesse the Body, Ventura. Jesse
what about Ventura County, California? I was stomping around there.
He's
when
right above you, Allie. Jesse the Body is right above you.
Shorties is from. That's Smolik and Muska. Muska used to fuck Paris Hilton, boy. That's out of Santa Barbara.
Allegedly.
Galita.
Well, no, Muska. There's like paparazzi photos of Muska with Paris Hilton. He was dating Paris Hilton.
Harlow.
My old roommate.
Paris Hilton.
Old teammate. He used to date Paris Hilton right there. 2 people. Bing, bing. Paris Hilton.
Allie, what do you think of Harlow without his sunglasses on?
He looks Asian. Almost a little.
Yeah, like
Asian. Are you Asian at all, Harlow?
Nope.
Well, he had a lot of Asians in him in the army. In the
Kind of looks like a little Niall Homany corporate dork male kind of thing going on.
Caucasoid. I like that. Think about the Yeti, homie.
How much Asian do you have in you, Harlow?
Like, what? A big ass white fist comes out of nowhere and fucking knocks you out like Luke. And you'll be woken up upside down. I mean, that really happens.
I came hard at Nile right there.
People get lost all this time. White out.
Harlow, did you hurt your eyes in the Navy?
Huh?
Did you hurt your eyes in the Navy?
Through the ice.
That's what happened to your eyes?
They do that. I know people who've been on submarines that have done that.
All right, let's wrap this up. It's complete insanity.
Well, the fucking fish stinks from the head.
No, it doesn't.
You created this monster. Now live with it.
I allow this to express. I open the doors to the public, and this is what I get.
Lou, you are
fishmonger. Yeah.
Maybe something else sucks around here, Lou. Maybe it's the public. Remember that bit? Remember that bit George Carlin did?
Manila.
Yeah, Lou, you're known as the lard tard from now on.
Okay.
To Manila.
Listen, I'm gonna fucking go
also
email.
known as a paleotard.
I'm gonna email the freaking lagoon creature again. Okay, if you keep talking like that to me, I might just get fed up with this broadcast. Okay, and go over there.
What was up with her outfit? She went from all zipped up.
Yeah, she does one of these. She goes to her thing and she does this, right?
No, I mean she went from like buttoned up, like innocent, like Catholic schoolgirl outfit in the one video to this thing where her fucking half her tits hanging out.
Yeah.
Fucking exposed.
No, those were the special guests. She did say there was going to be special guests. So.
But it was funny. It was funny that like fucking Jack Talcott, he really disappointed her on that fucking interview.
I think Jack was
tell us about it. I don't want to watch it, but tell us what happened.
Yeah, these girls were like, "Do you have a wife?"
She was just clawing to get something good out of him, but he didn't give her much, eh?
Yeah, he's backpedaling.
You actually listen to all that shit? You fucking dumb fucks? How could you fucking...
I listened to the whole thing.
What are you all?
I was actually.
Someone down there is incorrect. Okay, you say tits get views. Lou Bass is in bed every night showing his nipples, and it never once.
Hey, she said I was. She said I was cute. Can't I have one? I'm a lard ass 90%, 99% of the time. Can I have 1% that I'm cute?
Yeah.
Once?
I got hungry too.
You're cute the way that Jennifer says the pug dog is cute. The dog is grotesque and hideous and smells, but she still says that it's cute. Right? This is like women have something different about them where they can find something redeemable, right?
All right,
like
Allie,
how any woman could look at any of you cretins and find you attractive is beyond me, but it's just a testament to the love that a woman has in their heart, right? To look past.
Jeffrey's pretty a little bit. He's a little pretty. I could see him being pretty. You know, like he's a little pretty. I would, if I was a woman, I would ignore him too. Really.
I like Jeff. I think I'd like Jeffrey. No mustache. No mustache. The mustache is creepy for me. Just for me. I like Jeffrey. No mustache. Maybe beard. I don't know. I'd have to see him.
Oh, next time he comes on the podcast, have no mustache.
Yes.
Do that.
I won't
do that for anyone.
I'm your stylist. I'm restyling you.
Oh, yeah.
If O'Shea wasn't so fucking creepy, he's not a bad looking guy. Look at him. He's actually, he could get a girl, but he's a creepy prick.
We had the mustache competition on.
He's a bit odd looking.
No, he's not. He's a good looking guy. He could get a woman.
Stop simping, O'Shea.
Look at him.
All right.
Oh, come on. He's not ugly.
I got to stop simping, probably. All right. I'll record him. I'll start recording all of them. All right. Anyways, Allie,
stop simping and stop creeping. Right?
Yeah, you're like a fucking disgusting pervert.
Simping, creeping.
But if I film it, it'll probably be less creepy. And if
no,
I'll get feedback on how to get better.
Like, what's up?
No.
Now, Allie, fuck Mary, Lou.
Do it with a real woman, face to face, a real woman. Do it there and get your experience there.
That's what I'm saying. I'm going to record it face to face when I go.
Yeah.
All right, Allie.
Not here. It's easy here. She's a million miles away from you.
Yeah, you're going to want to record it in person too for the court proceedings that might develop. So it'll be a better defense for you. Go ahead, sir.
Allie, fuck Mary Hill, Lou Bass, Jesse Ryan, or Thomas.
Okay, who is it? Lou Bass?
Yeah. Jesse Ryan.
Uh-huh.
And Thomas.
Jesse
Oh
Ryan.
man.
Oh, Jesse Ryan, right. Before the beard or after the beard?
Did you hear
Before?
That's the joke of it. That's
Wait a minute. Is it
Nah,
Jesse
that's the
before he
punchline.
cut off?
Oh, man.
Lou, I'm sorry. You might have to die. I'm sorry.
Don't feel bad. It all comes back around on him.
Lou.
Hey,
It's purely, Lou.
Listen.
Lewis, it's purely for utilitarian purposes. She has to kill
Yeah,
you because
see?
you're going to live
How
in
you
your
like
carcass.
Listen,
Right?
for
Not that
us,
she doesn't like you or you're unattractive. They're going to live inside of you.
listen, for a 60-year-old.
How your body will sustain me from making
Right. It's a practicality.
If you throw me in the
It's nothing
ocean,
about your looks or your personality. Trust
if you
me.
throw me in the ocean, the freaking the barrier reef might start growing again.
Yes.
They did that to Cuba Gooding Jr.
Listen, I might be. Look, I'm a 60-year-old fucking dirty fat wop. But you better fucking say, when I was a kid, I was a hot kid. Let me see if I got a picture. Hold
I was
on.
gonna say, all right.
Yeah, let's see a picture.
I'm gonna find one. Hold on. Let me find one. Hold on.
All right, now you're
He
done,
probably
large
looks like
heart.
Justin
I'll do the other two. That's the juicy part of the question.
Wow, I thought you weren't gonna push. Maybe Lou Bass thinks I'm gonna change my mind if I see the pictures, but
yeah.
Her grandma was
okay, and then the other two.
Oh, okay. I'll give him a chance. I'll give him a chance. I had to technically, we'll give him a chance. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see the pictures, maybe.
I'm like Sacagaway.
Well, he's Italian too. Italian stallion.
90 pounds. So
I was a cute kid. Never
I
mind.
change my answer if I see when I see these pictures. I'm gonna reconsider.
Sorry, what?
I said I may reconsider. I may change my answer once I see these pictures. I'm just letting you know. I'm just
all right.
Roll it again here.
Shit.
Hold on.
Lipstick, perfume.
Yeah, when you look like an obese Tony Manero in some bizarre button-up shirt.
Buddy, I was skinny like a weed. I was skinny like a weed.
Michelle, record.
I'm trying to find one without a dead animal in it.
Hawaiian silk, baby.
Every one of these fucking things has a dead animal in it. Fuck.
Jesus Christ.
We get it. It's Burt Reynolds if he never worked out.
Allie can handle it. She's not retarded.
Fuck. They all have it. Fuck.
He lives in White.
Fine, let's just
Hey, Lou, can you lay down on your side naked like Burt Reynolds and take a picture of it and send it to fucking Paul?
We get it. It's DJ Khaled if
Okay.
he was slightly less overweight.
Where are we here?
All right, let's do this.
Tell me that's not the guy in the middle there. Tell me that's not.
Hold on, man. Well, here we go.
My friend Riley, he shapes surfboards and repairs.
Are you kidding me?
What?
Fuck
Oh
you.
my god.
Tell me
You
that's
broke
not a
that.
good-looking boy.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I'll give you another one. A little bit.
You look like an even more unappealing version of Joe Pesci if he was overweight.
Yeah.
Okay? You're very unattractive. Okay, Joe Pesci, not an attractive man at all.
Literally have a cousin.
From where I'm sitting, but who am I to judge, right, Lou? Who am I? I'm just a guy.
This one I was 15 years old.
I find all of you to be grotesque and bizarre looking.
Yeah,
you can't see me very well, but I was
personality-wise and physically.
That was the first bear I killed. I was 15.
You look like you're 32.
No, what are you talking about? The big fat guys.
Right.
The big fat guy is Luca Brasi.
You're the big hairy guy, right?
No, the guy. I'm the guy with the hat.
You're the guy in the middle with all the hair.
The one on the other side is Luca Brasi, literally, practically.
That's like the Scottish side. She grew up in San Francisco back when people
Shut up.
Three pieces and top hats.
All right, Allie. We're still
Shut
gonna
up, Rubass.
I got better
the fact
ones.
that
Hold
you
on.
have procreated it all is a testament to the love that women must have in their heart that I don't, because I find you all to be grotesque physically and insufferable as.
Oh, here's a nice one. When I was up working on the camps up north. Fuck, this thing's all
Juliana
busted.
Bastone, hold on. Somebody's calling out Bastone women. Can we see some of the Bastone women? One of
Here,
them I may have.
here, look.
Lou, please.
Tell me that little fucker's not
We don't
cute.
want to see you anymore.
Lou, do
Let's
you know
see
what's gonna
some of
happen to you in the afterlife?
What? Nothing. It's gonna happen to me.
That bear is gonna come eat you.
Lewis?
What? Here, you want to
Show
really?
me, show me some of your beautiful daughters.
This one you'll like, Paul. It looks like
please
Padini.
focus on what I'm telling you.
It looks like Padini. Hold on.
Lewis, please.
Looks like Padini.
Hold on.
Lewis, I'll put you in timeout.
What?
Please focus
Can you
on
shut
me.
the Harlow off? I can't hear
Focus on me.
nothing.
I know he's distracting you, right? You're easily
I can't
distracted.
fucking hear
Hold on.
you.
Okay, there you go. Show us the only redeemable thing that's ever come from your inner or outer beingness, which are the beautiful Bastogne women. One of which or multiple of which I may have to copulate and procreate with.
Tell me that's not a beautiful man.
And save them from this home that you've created.
Tell me, Allie. Allie. Tell me that's Allie.
You
tell
look
me
like
that's
one of the. You look like
tell
one of
me
the
that's
sweat
not
hogs.
a beautiful man.
You look like one of the sweat hogs on Welcome Back, Kotter. You
Tell me.
disgusting-
What?
Tell me.
Fuck.
Who was okay? Let me pull it up right now. Epstein.
Hold on.
You look like Epstein from Welcome Back, Kotter. A sweat
Fuck
hog.
you. Like Epstein, my ass. I was a good-looking little kid.
I'll pull it up right now for you.
Fucking
You can see
weirdo.
Exactly what you look like.
I wasn't a weirdo.
You're holding fish. Looking
Well,
like
I liked fishing. I liked hunting. That's what I did all my life.
Here you go. This is Lou Bastogne, apparently.
Where?
Epstein from Welcome Back, Kotter. Hey, Mr. Kotter.
Holding fish.
I got a note from my mother today about why I can't be in class.
Look how beautiful these guys are. Look.
Hold up the picture again, Lou. Hold up the picture. You look. No, the other one.
Look
You
how
can't
beautiful
follow.
these. Look
Stop
what I
it.
made.
Get it out of my face.
Come on, Lou.
Disgusting. Oh,
Look what I made. Look what I made. Look how beautiful
Lewis,
they
I'm gonna
are.
put you in timeout.
Okay, what do you want me to? What do you want me to show you?
You know what he wants. The one you just had up.
The picture of you just had of you looking like Epstein from Welcome Back, Kotter. Please.
Okay, this one you mean?
Yeah.
Right up next to the thing.
Yeah.
Right up next to there it is. There's Lou Bass who claims.
Buddy, that was
holy crap.
That was 19. I don't know, maybe 80, maybe 1980.
Jeez,
something like that.
Hair is definitely 1980.
Look at the look in your eyes.
Oh, I had bigger hair like that. I had huge hair.
I'm trying to make
How much cocaine were you doing back then?
I was doing a lot.
You've always had a murderous, evil look in your face. Very angry.
This is what I looked like when I was all fucked up on cocaine.
See, Epstein's happy. He's jovial there. You can see it. You're very angry.
I'm not angry.
Miserable man.
I'm a very happy man when people don't piss me off. This is what I looked like on drugs. I had 3 pairs of pants on.
There you look normal. There you look fine. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I was fucked
that
up.
person I can hang out with. The other person suck.
Hold on, let me get you a really good one. I think
Hollow's grandpa's got a bigger fish.
I don't know where that.
That's my great grandma.
When I was building my cabin. Here's my uncle. My God bless my
big fish.
God bless my uncle. I wish he was here. This was
that was Clark's wife, homie.
All right, let's wrap up, folks. I'd love to continue the family reunion.
Here, look.
Wife right there. That's a war wife. That's the one.
I'd love to get out the slides
look,
and the slideshow.
Look how pretty I was. Look.
What a fucking retard.
Look how pretty I was. Look at my uncle.
Polish. Think about that.
I fucking can't wait to see him again.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Fuck you.
You just licked the fish juice right off the hairy chest.
You're a regular Matthew McConaughey. Look at
the one in your left hand isn't legal. It's a juvenile. You should have thrown that one back.
Oh, are you kidding me?
You could just see Lou pulling up to the high school. I love dating high school girls because they always stay the same age.
This is when I was at my best fucking shape. My best shape.
What's with you Italians where you think everyone wants to see your chest hair too?
This was 19.
Can you just fucking get it together and put an undershirt on?
This was 1979. 1979. Look at the muscles on that kid.
Yeah, it's great. We're out of time. We're out of time.
See that cabin I built that
I'm
when
sorry. I looked at the clock and we're out of time, Lou.
Thanks for showing us, Lou.
Thanks for
17 years
sharing.
old.
Thanks for sharing, Lou.
Allie's still gonna put a bullet in your head in this fuck Mary kill
Lou
situation.
is caught up in a loop of nostalgia. He's not gonna stop.
I'll do it.
Sold it. Somebody else sold it. Fucking bastard.
Yeah, great stuff, Harlow.
She made me some soup one time. I met her one time when she was alive. And I picked wild blackberries, and she made me a soup out of her garden.
Kill Lou.
Yeah.
And then I remember my
Lartard is dead.
I saw the blue
Buried.
angels in the sky.
Humanely killed. Don't worry.
Yeah.
The blue angels when I was a kid.
Sniper. He doesn't even see it coming.
Some random block. And then there was a duck that got its head stuck in like a 6-pack plastic thing. It got its neck stuck on that, and like I identified it, and some kayaker guy rolled up to the duck and got the plastic off its neck and saved the duck. And then he was like, thank you for seeing that. And I was like, thanks for like saving the duck. I was like a little kid. I was fishing and all that shit, and I saw the blue angels.
So you saved a duck and killed a fish?
No, I didn't catch a fish, I don't think.
Oh.
Yeah.
So this is what we do at the after party after the club. We just fucking sit around like this. Fucking.
It was like a plastic ass fucking look.
No, you guys sit around. I go to the edge of my bed to smoke and cry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, picking wild blackberries right there too. I remember that. Yeah, all the little bugs.
Okay, this is when you're like, hey, let's get out of here. You wait till after the music and shit.
All right, Allie, you want to get out of here?
Next time you're at the club, at the comedy club.
And Lewis,
no.
York, exactly way all
no, Allie, why don't you just leave me in like a private like Zoom room?
No.
That's funny because she married Clark, fool. So that's where Clark stayed. That's where I guess my family's from. Think about York.
Harlow's looping.
The first African American dude out west. They haven't even told York's story. Lewis, Clark, York.
That's Brian out in L.A.
Original
all right, Brian. No, this is where you would ask a woman if she'd want to get out of here. Hey, want to get out of here? No.
They helped her give birth in the wild, homie, in like a stream or whatever. Lewis and Clark helped her give birth.
Every time. I can't win for losing.
Metaphor, nothing raw.
So you're like passive aggressive LA. I care about you till I don't. Sweetie, this is where you would no.
Yeah, her no was just like so quick and like it was like a breath. It was just even.
I'm telling you, that's why you don't listen to these LA women when they pretend to care for you. It's not real. Okay, it's not real. They will do that to you.
Hell yeah.
They will burst out laughing in your face.
Is a real thing.
Right?
Every time you go,
Brian O'Shea, they won't laugh at your set, but they will burst out laughing in your face if you ask them if they want to get out of here.
Or whatever the fuck.
Right.
No, not me.
405, bitch.
No.
405 was small.
Silly.
405 was
pat you on the head.
LA high school for to go check out the skateboard spots.
What is he saying?
Up and down the boulevard, homie, with Smalley. Talking about LA Hollywood. You ever been there, Lube? Hollywood, California.
How long can I always want to see how long he can go for. Jack Harlow, how long can you go for? Like you seem to have an infinite supply of energy.
Yeah, it's just right off my noggin.
It's a skateboarder.
That's what it is.
What if he gave it 24/7?
Like in Europe, right? I'd be like, all right, there's a 5-stair with like that weird statue thing, and then if I got lost, I'd be like, there's that 5-stair.
You could keep it up. That'd be insane.
How do I get out of this?
And I'd have a little compass and a map. I'd have to go. I lost my phone, so I brought a compass, a little one, to Europe, and I had.
He's throwing up sixes now. He's doing it.
Like, all right, go.
Illuminati confirmed.
I don't know where I'm at. And a paper map, so you got to like triangulate it, and it works.
Man, all right, if I leave, you guys are gonna stick around for like 3 hours. Always happens to me.
Yeah. Well, we have to talk about you. I mean, like we want to talk about you and how much you're an idiot, but we don't want to do it in front of you. So if you go now, we're going to do at least another 45 minutes to an hour talking about you, and then we'll wrap up.
You fucker, you had me muted the whole time, you prick.
What?
You had me fucking muted the whole time.
No, I didn't. You can't prove that I did that.
I can prove it. O'Shea, we wait when you're here. We wait for you to leave. That's all. Waiting process. Yeah, you think I'm stupid, eh, Paul?
Oh, you wait for me to leave. No, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, as long as you're up here, we're waiting.
Right.
For you to leave.
Hating, yeah.
Yeah. Unless you do Piz commercials, then you can stay as long as you want.
Those days.
Do one.
Remember
Come
those?
on, do one for old times.
That was the
holiday. One for old times' sake. Come on.
We got to work on our Easter repertoire. We're on the works. We're in the lab. We're writing jokes for Easter. We got to come up with some good stuff.
Okay, so I don't know, like eggs filled with.
We don't have to do it now. We're in overtime. Paul's got to get out of here. But I like your fucking moxie though. Fucking coming up with ideas and workshopping. But
hey, I'm gonna go to the back. You guys just wrap up.
Okay. Right? Okay, I'm gonna go.
Yeah. Get out of here. Wait. Oh,
I can't stay looking at you guys because this fucker's gonna mute me behind my back. I gotta stay on settings.
Hey, O'Shea.
What
the fuck was that?
Fuckers.
What?
Wow.
All
right, later.
He says my name as he's kissing you. All right. What a bunch of weirdos. All right. You fucking scumbags. Yeah, look at that. That's you, Lou. Fucking lard and in targe. Because that's fucking lube. Lubed up. All right. Dumb fucks. I'll see you later.
No, some gnarly ass hair with that bandana on there. Yeah, you guys have a good afternoon. Hell yeah. Drive safe. Have a good afternoon.